Well, considering we've only got about a month left of college football 26, I think it's about time we get real weird with it and try to make the most prolific passing offense that we can using the Air Force Falcons. So in this video, we're just going to go over the formations we're going to use, pretty much exclusively the empty pistol sets that Air Force has. Do that in practice mode. We're going to test it out against the computer on a Heisman difficulty, and then in future videos, we're going to take it online into Road to the College Football Playoff and see how it goes. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm not saying we're going to win every single game, but it seems like a fun little challenge for us to do here. And I might be using this playbook for our online dynasty as well. So this is kind of work towards that end here too. So Air Force, let's hop into practice mode really quick with the boys. And also before we do that, quick shout out to Micah, the newest member here on the channel, the newest member of the campus tour crew. Appreciate that support. Thank you very much, my guy. So practice mode, Air Force, Heisman difficulty. We'll just keep this against Navy. In an actual game against the computer, we'll go up against a little bit better of a defense and see how we can do. Again, no promises. This is essentially us just kind of workshopping some things together here. We will have to see how it goes. So the number one thing I know we have to do here, number one, just the Air Force playbook is awesome. Flexbone, wingbone, power eye, Maryland eye, empty pistol, some shotgun. A lot of great stuff here. But what we want to be able to do is audible between these different formations. How Air Force is set up, for whatever reason, their third down running back is actually a wide receiver. And a few of these formations use the third down running back, so we are not able to audible just with the default roster. So we just have to take Cade Harris out of here, put Latham in here, and we should be pretty much good to go. Our gadget, we can keep that Cade Harris. Our slot receiver, we want to make that Mr. Harris. So now we should be all set on offense. Here's a few other changes we might make to the depth chart, but we can get to that a little bit later. We're just gonna go through the three formations here in their pistol: empty tight stack, empty wide tight, and empty trips. And then there is one shotgun formation we're going to be able to audible to here as well, and that is gun doubles. Now you can mess with the depth chart a little bit, put another wide receiver out there, and then instead of gun doubles, you can audible to slot F wing, or not another wide receiver, put another halfback out there. Then you can audible to split Y offsets, slot F wing, and a bunch of the flexbone formations too. I think I like the empty pistol with gun doubles combo, so we will just start here, empty tight stack. We're going to go over some of the plays I'm planning on running and the hot routes we're planning on doing. So motion mesh is definitely going to be a go-to, especially if we can tell that our opponent is in man. Not really too much hot routing we are going to do on that one. This double post play, I think, looks fantastic. And what's nice about this formation too is we can just block our tight end because he's right on the line. In a set like this, I think that works a lot better than actually blocking our halfback here. Now, what I don't love about this play is that wheel route our halfback Latham is on. He's going all the way outside the numbers before turning that upfield, so we're going to throw that just as a more regular wheel route. But essentially, this play should work against almost any sort of drop zone coverage, pending we get the time to throw it, because we have that clear out streak over on Robertson on the left, and then the two coming underneath between our tight end and B. That'll be able to find some soft spots in zone coverage thanks to that clear out we have. Now we can also just throw one quick to Harris a lot of the time, but if we throw it too quick, his momentum's just going to take him straight out of bounds, and we're only going to get like 1 or 2 yards on it. So if they're dropping off those flats, we want to wait a second before we throw it to Harris. This route our tight end is on does a great job against man coverage. That deep post can beat man, and maybe your streak to Robertson, maybe a small pass lead streak or something like that. So this is going to be one of our main plays. Just snap this. So they're all dropping back, and look at how he just cooked that man. Absolutely cooked him. In this tight end of Air Force, he is slow as dirt, but he's got sure hands. He's got one other ability. He's a solid enough tight end. It'll work. And of course, going against Navy, you know, they're not the fastest. So there's why we have to wait a second, let him kind of plant his feet so then we can catch that and go upfield. I'll see if we can get an example of us throwing this quick and see how he just kind of goes out of bounds here. Throw it quick. Really not much we can do, at least when we're on the middle of the field here. Another thing to note about this formation quick is if we respot this ball, I know this happens in games against the CPU because I was trying this out already. But if we move to this right hash and see if that messes with our alignment in practice mode, it does. Now our Y receiver is just off in no man's land. So we're going to probably keep that 2 receiver side to the short side. A lot of these routes, like this quick flat, I think just works a lot better over, like, come on. It just works a lot better going over to the short side. So that's just kind of something we're going to have to keep in mind throughout our games here as well. So double post, motion mesh, 2 of the pass plays we're going to go to. Clear out, return, maybe a little bit. Stick and nod, maybe a little bit. Motion smash. I actually really like this post sit play. For a lot of the same reasons I like that double post play, but this time our wide receiver is actually going more upfield, so we can throw that to him much faster. So let's actually flip this, so it's going to be on the short side of the field. And again, if they just all drop back over on the right, we can just take a quick one over to Y. They don't, but then we have that little post sit route right over the middle. Click on secure catch that. Going to do a good job finding holes and a lot of zone coverage stuff, and it can sometimes beat man. As long as you get good enough leverage with your guy, you can usually box him out. We have that quick out route over to Fleischman. I want to find something to put our halfback on here, because I don't love a Texas route, because he's essentially going right to where Smith is on his post sit route. I don't think I like a streak or a wheel here. Maybe a streak, just like an in. No, I don't like that. I don't know. We got to find something to do with our halfback in this. Maybe even just like a curl or something. Let's see. Let's just see how the spacing works with that curl. That kind of brings a defender to where that post-sit route is. So I don't know. Maybe we do just end up leaving him blocking on this one. But here we can quick throw one to Y. But that sometimes happens too. So I don't know about this formation on the hashes, or at least this play specifically. Because if we try this quick throw to Y, a lot of times he just kind of dumbs out and doesn't react to the ball. So we'll see what we want to end up doing there. Again, we probably could have, but we have that post-sit route, finds that beautiful soft spot right in the zone. So those are the main pass plays we're going to do out of this formation. I'm going to respot that ball. Whoops. Choose a new play by accident. We're going to move the ball back to the middle hash. Now the run plays out of here. We are mainly going to be passing ball with Air Force, which sounds crazy. But we have a QB blast, a load option, and the DIY reverse. DIY reverse. This is going to sound insane, but I really think out of these formations, these are a good play. And we have a DIY reverse in all three versions of this empty pistol. I don't know why, but I just feel like this works so much better. It can work is just keep it with your quarterback. Sometimes we're going to do the reverse, not a whole heck of a lot though. So essentially how we're going to do this, let's get that right back to the middle. So our read key over on the right here, we're essentially just looking to see if he's following the quarterback or kind of staying put. If he's staying put, we try to keep it with our quarterback. If he's following us, we give it to Latham and try to get around to the outside. Now the blocking on this gets a little dicey sometimes depending on the defensive alignment and the formation that we're running it out of. This one actually looks pretty nice. One of them is not going to target one of those outside corners, so that one I don't like so much. But out of this, not too bad. So let's give it a shot. Let's watch that right end, see where he is going to go. He's kind of staying put there, so we'll just keep it with our quarterback. It works great as just a quarterback run kind of up the middle. A lot of times we're going to be able to just find some gaps and make a good run happen. Let's try to hand this one off. Hey, he bit inside there a little bit, so we're able to take that as a run. So I think between the DIY reverses, between all the different formations, see like here, they're not blocking that outside corner. So if we give it to the halfback, a pretty high chance that we are, let's see, can I untarget this guy? Does that actually change anything? So yeah, we could always just go through and untarget him too, if we want to, but DIY reverses, something we're going to go to, which I don't think I've ever gone to throughout college football 26. We're going to see if we can't get him to work for us. The main thing to me that's nice about the QB blast and load option is we're using that outside receiver motion, the same one you have on motion mesh if you don't do any hot routing, and the one he starts on with motion smash. So just because that outside guy is going in motion doesn't guarantee that it's going to be a run play. Nice little wrinkle that we can have in there. So now we go to empty wide tight. All these formations, by the way, your quarterback, your halfback, third down running back. Actually, I think these two are your halfback one, and then empty trips is your third down running back. It's something like that. I don't know exactly. But it's some variation of that. Just make sure your halfback that you want to use is at your halfback one and your third down running back. You'll be able to audible between all these and have the guys on the field that you want. So that's empty tight stack. Let's go to empty Y tight. This one's only got 6 plays, but I really like 2 of these pass plays, quick slot out and motion divide. Now, an interesting thing about this formation, this has our tight end a little bit off the line. If we try to pass block him, it's just going to put him in a flat. What we can do though is go to motion, and of course it started me on the tight end. You go to motion that tight end and bring him inside. I actually had to hot route and get that motion off of Y first. So if we motion him inside, he's not going to move. He's still going to look like he's going out on a route, but he is actually just going to be staying in and blocking. I don't know how, I don't know why it does it like that. I could have thrown that to X, but whatever. So he doesn't move. It like nothing really looks to change, but the defense will actually change. So we have to get rid of that motion first. Then we go on Fleischman, motion him in towards the offensive line. Still looks like he's on a streak. The defense reacts like he's going in motion, but he just isn't. Then he is just going to stay in and be an extra blocker for you. Like, oh, can we hit that to X? That's a dicey one. Heck of a ball by our quarterback. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but if you want to block your tight end out of this formation, that is how you do it. But anyway, this motion divide play, I think I like this, where we throw a streak over on Y. Keep everything else the same. Give us some opportunities. If it is man coverage, to do a small pass lead streak. If it's zone, a lot of the times we're going to have Robertson right underneath there. You can sometimes get B over in that right flat here too. See, they kind of abandoned B, because as long as that outside corner isn't the one on like guarding the flat, we'll actually be able to see it on the replay here. The outside corner's on a deep zone in this instance. Our actual flat defender is coming from over here. But because that halfback going out on a wheel, it's actually, yeah, it is this guy. Because we have that halfback going out on the wheel, that flat defender is distracted by that. The deep zone's just running back, and it leaves B wide open on that right sideline. Not bad for some quick, easy yardage for us there. Now, they have a single high. This is either cover 1 or cover 3. Either way, we're going to be pretty happy with this because we can either try a small pass lead, or we should have Roberson on this because Harris should push that flat back. He does go kind of, oh, it was kind of cover 3 match there. We still could have gone B. I just wasn't looking. I was looking over to the left. And the weird thing with this too, so we throw Harris on a streak here. Watch how he is going to run this. He still almost like goes in motion on his first step before actually going on a streak. See how he comes in first, and then they just all kind of dumb out and leave him wide open. There's something to this, man. There's something to it. I honestly think his weird little motion kind of helps him a little bit. He kind of throws the defender off for a second sometimes. So again, we could have had Y. We still have B wide open. That was kind of a tough ball. But you can see how often we're getting B open. I'm just not looking, and I'm trying to force things over to the left side here. I would love to hit. There's the slant right over the middle. There we go. Go on, Roberson. Stiff arm him too. The motion divide. Got some motion, if you will. Then we have that quick slot outs play. So it's got a couple speed outs, one on our tight end, one on our slot receiver, a post over on the right, kind of a fade over on the left. The only thing we're going to do with this, I think what I like, is a wheel route on our halfback here. We're essentially looking if one of those speed outs happen to win, or we're looking deep over to the right-hand side. So we'll see speed out on our tight end wins right away. I just don't love the spacing on that, but I do think this is going to work pretty good. Again, just out right away. And he's actually kind of out there as an extra blocker. Look, see how slow this tight end is. I wasn't kidding. You can get hawked down by Navy's defense. My goodness. Yeah, if we can just hit that quick, that's great. I mean, we could try to stem this down, stem this up. I don't know. I'm trying to avoid doing, oh gosh, huge blitz coming. Trying to avoid, oh, can we small pass like this? Pretty close. I'm trying to avoid doing too many hot routes here. So we see, it looks like that guy on the right is blitzing. So we could block somebody, but who really cares? Let's just go ahead and snap it. We see does blitz, so we can just quick throw one out to Harris. We have a couple quick options. We have some deep options. I like it with only one hot route. Things we love to see. We have a DIY reverse, a QB blast, and a load option out of here as well. Much like empty tight stack, we're going to mix in a little bit of those runs with those two passes mainly. Motion Salem, I don't know. Maybe with like a Texas route on your halfback or something like that. I'd like that a little bit more. Now, empty trip. Some of the passes out of here are crazy. This deep look pass is so good. You can run this stock. You can flip your halfback one way or the other with an in or an out. Very, very good pass play. Out of here, the only way to block an extra is to motion block. Not something I typically like to do. Now, this swing screen. I loved the idea of this swing screen. But look at what our quarterback does every time we call this. He is just going to kind of turn around, takes a pump fake up towards the middle there. It's almost like a fake quarterback draw screen. I'm not entirely sure. There's nothing we can really do to get him to stop doing that. And by the time he throws it, all the space we have to actually do that is gone. So probably not going to be going to swing screen too much. Let's see if we flip this to the right. Is that going to be any better? Yeah, see, he's still doing his thing, but actually, it did work quite a bit better. Another thing, just by the way, I know I'm bouncing all over the place here, but with that DIY reverse, it's almost always going to work better going this way. with our quarterback going to the left and our halfback going out to the right. It might just be an Air Force thing because that's where the better offensive lineman is, but it seems like just in general the blocking works a lot better. So anytime we're calling a DIY reverse, it is going to be going that way. Now, what we also have in here though is a speed option, and this I love because on defense, there's not going to be a read key. There's only a pitch key. With how this play sets up, we can tell very quickly what that pitch key is set at is if he's staying on the halfback or if he's crashing down at the quarterback. So we can tell he is staying on the halfback, so then we can just cut it up with our quarterback. I think there's something to the speed option out of this formation. Again, maybe an untarget somewhere. Where would be a good spot to untarget? Like this outside corner, maybe? I don't really love that, but let's give it a run and see how it works. So again, he's watching the halfback. We can just keep it with the quarterback. Almost always gonna get at least a few yards, and you still have potential to get even more if your blocking sets up all right for it. So when he's like close to the line like this, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Looks like he's still on the. I just ran straight into him. I still should have pitched that, even with he was definitely going towards the halfback. Still should have been a pitch. So that time he's going after the quarterback. We can see him standing there waiting for us. Get that pitch off to Latham. Go get your 10 yards. So that's the main thing we are going to be doing throughout this Air Force playbook is going to be these three formations. A little tight end flood mixed in there as well. And then in gun doubles, so this is the shotgun formation we get audible to from that empty pistol. We're really just going to be calling power read and inside zone, halfback angle, and this PA QB choice because we're just going to be audibling to this. We're always going to be coming out in our empty pistol set. So that is the general idea. We're still going to be messing around with different hot routes, still messing around with different things, and trying to find the best way to get this offense to work. Let's hop into a Heisman game against, I don't know, let's just go pick a random team and see how we can do doing offense only with this playbook. I would like a decent defense to go up against here. At least somebody like, I mean, that'll be a test. That'll certainly be a test. Air Force also has fantastic uniforms. You got the Special Ops, you got the Space Force, even just their regular options are really good. Let's go with the Space Force. I don't know if we should try this against Alabama, but let's give it a shot. Well, if it can work against Alabama, then I like it. Then I like it. We'll see how it goes for us. So let's just make sure our third down running back, make sure that's Latham so we can audible around our different formations. We'll keep everything else as is. We are just going to be doing offense only, so we'll see how our CPU defense can do against the Crimson Tide. So let's come on out. We've fair caught that first one, so we should be right in the middle of the field. So this is a good time for us to try this post sit before that formation gets all wonky when we move to different areas. I'm just going to keep this one as is. How it goes. Didn't really have that. Didn't really have that. Could have tried to force X. Maybe. I didn't love the way his leverage was looking, and I didn't really see if we had the fade over there. So we can just take off with our quarterback. That works too. Let's go to this double post play. Again, looking for that tight end. That route just does really well against a lot of different coverages. Had to roll out here. We could have gone X. Still might have been able to go to that tight end, but use those wheels. We get that whole play, all the routes kind of working over to the right. Get that rollout going. Get some good yardage. First down for Air Force. Ball at the 40. I'm not even going to try swing screen just from what we saw. Maybe we'll try it once. Maybe we'll try it once. Not on our opening drive, though. Let's try this speed option. I'm going to go out to the left. So our pitch key's that defensive end. He is... Oh, he faked me out there. Didn't it look like he was going for the halfback for a second and then just came flying after me? Those tricky Alabama boys. We can go to deep look. I think we can mostly... This is a setup I've been messing around with and I like a little bit. Send a drag on A, the wheel route on Latham. A lot of times you can hit your halfback on this. Let's just take Roberson right over the middle, though. Hope to get that block from our tight end. Good, good. Drive alive. Keep the sticks moving. Now, how about a little bit of a load option? Going out to the wide side of the field here. Let's see how this blocking looks. What I don't like here is when that tight end is the one that's supposed to pick up that edge because he's just not going to. Like, I'll run it just to show you, but the block is supposed to be from our tight end. He is not going to get to this edge in time. There's 0% chance. He's just going to come through totally free. Then we're just going to have to pitch it and hope for the best. Well, that's something we're going to have to keep in mind if we want to call that load option play. It's too bad. All right, let's try motion divide. And this certainly looks like, man, they're coming out pressed across the board. So maybe the slant, maybe a little pass lead here. Oh, maybe just throw it away. Holy cow. That Alabama defensive line is going to give us all sorts of problems. That's not a surprise. We can't act shocked about that one. Let's go back to a deep look. I mean, single high. If this is cover 3, look, we got to go for this again. I think this is our best shot at getting in 13 yards. If we have the time, halfback, you're going to be wide open, brother. Maybe because he got stuck on the line. Maybe because he got stuck on the line. That's the only thing I can think of. That worked perfectly. Worked dead perfectly. Oh, man, that's too bad. And yeah, we'll go for it. I mean, we don't... If we end up winning this somehow, that's great. But we're really just trying to test this out and see... Oh, gosh. We get that to Latham on the run, Zarka. I panicked when I saw that blitz coming. If I just stood in the pocket and threw that, I think that was there for sure. But what a throw by Zarka on the run. Pick up that first down. Now down here, I'm going to go to a DIY reverse. And probably, I don't want to read this right now, but I'm probably keeping this with Zarka. I like how the blocking looks. Yeah, keep it with Zarka, cut it up the middle, and take our 4. We're A-okay with that. We love that, as a matter of fact. So if we try a load option from down here, see how that's going to set up. Let's do a load option. So, okay, so the tight end's close to the line. Nobody's picking up. That must be our pitch key. Yeah. Okay. Well, how about can we untarget this guy? That doesn't really help us too much. All right, let's just try running this over to the right. And we just got to keep it. We just got to keep it there, playing the pitch there. So we take that for 1. 3rd and 5. See, this is when I really wish I could run something like post-sit play, but I just can't from down here. We could do motion mesh. We could do double post. Oops, I called the wrong play. Called clear out. I have double post in our audibles, though. Let's go ahead and do it. Wheel route on Latham, and we'll just keep everything else as is. Look for over the middle or take off and run if we have to. Take off and run. Oh, not going to be able to take off and run. Oh, no, I think I'm a little too quick. Take off and run in some of these instances. Like, I think we could have had something on that, but it is what it is. Now we got a 4th and 5. Coach wants us to go for it. I am with you, coach. What do we want to call, though? Spacing? Is this crazy? Or could this be pretty good? What do we want? We need something on Latham, though. Like, what? Can we just motion? Oh, yeah, let's motion Latham over. Like that. And then Latham. And Latham didn't get the touchdown, but got the first down. 1st and goal for Air Force. See, that's something we're going to have to do a little bit, too, is start motioning the halfback around, doing some different things. All right, QB blast, and just dive your way on in there. Beautiful. Against Alabama, at home, to be fair, but still a very nice drive there, using all the different formations. Well, we'll do one more drive. I do want to try audibling into, like, gun doubles and things like that, too. Defense got it. Defense gave us the ball at the 40-yard line. We are on Heisman, right? Let me just double check that quick. We are. Air Force defense. Good work. So this drive, let's just try audibling into some gun doubles and seeing how those plays kind of work. Let's go with the power read first. Which going to the short side, you know. Okay, get over there, tight end. There you go. We'll see. I've never been great at making this read. I think that's a keep. And it didn't really matter. The defensive line just kind of blew us up a little bit. Anyway, let's do one more. What else do we have in gun doubles? With the power read and inside zone, halfback angle. We're going to be able to snap this off. I don't know. I like this because I like that tight end streak with the Texas route right underneath it. We should have this comeback here too, but I should have just thrown the comeback. I was way too focused looking at that Texas route. We had the comeback. Let's go to our deep choice. Let's get you maybe actually going out to the right this time, Latham. Maybe we try to roll out to the right. Maybe we can just hit Roberson. Right up a seam here. No. Oh, boy. Almost a disaster there. That pressure came in quick. And we got somebody injured. Great. Let's go ahead and go for it on this 4th down then and see what happens. do feel like we need a better, like, big play than this one. I feel like this is the only one we're really going to when we feel like, oh, we need some yards. Just secure catch it. Just secure catch it. Um, he's fine. I mean, who cares? It's a play now game. Go ahead and stay in. It doesn't make a difference to me. Still a nice conversion for us there. You know what? Let's try the swing screen. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And we'll go to some more gun double stuff. I don't love the looks of it, to be honest with you. Sneak your way out there. Get one on. Yeah. No, I don't think we're going to be going to that swing screen a whole heck of a lot. We'll just come out and deep look. Doesn't really matter. So let's go PA QB choice. We want to keep the play action. Throw. No, let's try blocking Latham. Gonna run in one like this here. Tight end. Oh, Fleischman. Look at Fleischman go. He's only like 72 speed, but got that sure hands lighting up, breaking some tackles, mixing in a little bit of the gun double, seeing a bunch of different things that we got here in this Air Force offense. I do think empty trips is going to be our main go-to one, just because those other formations get kind of dumbed out a little bit. I feel like when you're on one of the hashes, like your wide receivers, you get really weird spacing, and it's just all bad. Oh, be a good ball. Be a good ball. Good ball, Zarka. Come on now. Let's go Air Force. First and goal at the 4. Go D. Oh, let's go speed option here. I like the looks of the speed option here. I wish that our tight end was blocking somebody, but get the pitch off. Oh my goodness. Did you see? I think that was a platinum blow up that just lit up. It just absolutely destroyed our guy there. All right, so second and goal at the 8. Let's try this double post. And really just trying to get our tight end if we can. Maybe sneak that wheel route out there. Tight end wide open. Air Force empty pistol offense. I think we're on to something with this. I think we're on to something with this. I don't want to play a whole game against the computer right now. 2 drives is enough. I've seen enough. I'm in. I'm in on this empty pistol of Air Force. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, 134 total yards. Zarka 8 for 13, 101. Not really running the ball too much. It's mainly gonna be our quarterback just with the run plays we have available to us. So we'll take 7 for 41 there, our tight end, and really our halfback. I think those are going to be the 2 main guys catching the ball in this offense. So it makes sense that we see Fleischman balanced and sure hands, 6'5". I see here how fast he is. Yeah, 76 speed. Sorry, didn't mean any disrespect earlier. Made some huge plays for us. So I think we got something here with this Air Force offense. If we can score against Heisman, Alabama, I think we can score in Road to the CFP. So that is going to be our next journey, our next couple videos, however long I feel like doing it, essentially, of us taking this Air Force team, taking them online, and seeing what we can do out of this empty pistol offense. So that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've tried this offense. Any tips, any suggestions? We're all workshopping this together at this point. So I will see you guys next time for Air Force Online. Until then, take it easy.